What is up, guys? In this today's video we're going to study member initializers. So remember that we used to initialize variables in our previous videos, but in this video we're going to specifically learn about constant variables. Basically, we're going to learn another way to initialize variables that would work for our normal variables as well as our constant variables. So in our tiger.h file we have our tiger constructor, and in this constructor let's leave that constructor alone, and in our private access specifier, under our private access specifier, we can write these two variables. I'm gonna name a normal variable int narvar, and I'm gonna name the second one as int constvar, and I'm gonna add a constant because this one's gonna be a constant, so I'm gonna add const. So this is gonna be our normal variable and this is gonna be our constant variable. So in our constructor we can write int a, and later on we can initialize normal variable. We can pass in normal variable to in this a parameter, and we can add another one parameter in b, and we can later initialize constvar. Excuse me, I'm saying initialization. Later on we can pass in b for constvar. So we can do b for this one or a for this one, depends on our personal preference. So that now we have our parameters set up. Now is the time to prototype our function, because in .header file, in .h file, we are in .h file, not .cpp file, so we'll not build the function here, we'll prototype it. So remember, in the previous videos we used to build our function first, but in this video we're going to prototype it first, because we are in our header file. We don't want to switch over those files for building our functions. We can prototype it first and build it second. Changing orders doesn't matter. You want to build your function first or you want to prototype it first, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna prototype my function as print something, not something, and with empty parameters and a semicolon at the end. So now I have prototyped my function. Now is the time to build that function, but before that, building that function, we need to initialize these variables in our main, and not in our main, in our tiger.cpp file. So we'll actually, now is the time to go in our tiger.cpp file, and now that we in our tiger.cpp file, so remember this, you see this bracket, this curly bracket over here and this round bracket over here. So what you do is, in between those brackets, in between these two brackets, you type your colon and then you type your narvar, and parameters would be a, because we decided that a is going to be for narvar. We can also type b, it depends on your personal preference, and separate it with a comma and add another variable constvar, and constvar is going to have parameter b because we decided we're going to pass in b for constvar. So this is the way you initialize your variables, in between your this round bracket and in between your curly bracket. You don't initialize in the body. So this is a new thing. And remember guys, you're gonna have to do this tutorial or study this tutorial along with me. So you're gonna have to type along with me, otherwise it's gonna be difficult for you to understand, or maybe easier for someone's, but for beginners you're gonna have to type along with me. Then only you can understand in one or two videos, by playing one video or two videos, or in next cycle or whatever. So what I'm saying is, type along with me and you're good to go. You'll understand this tutorial by watching this video once, at least once or twice. So now that we have our these variables, now we forgot this thing. We need to pass these parameters in our tiger constructor here as well, because int a is gonna be for normal variable and b is gonna be for const variable. Okay, so now all the things are perfect and fine. we have our constructor built, we have our function prototyped, and we initialize these variables in our tiger.cpp file. And remember, this initialization is called member initializing syntax. Remember that, right? That's the technical term. And remember, don't add a semicolon or a period. Just leave it that way. So programmers or beginner programmers usually add this semicolon over here, because this is not a statement. This is just your member initializing list, and you can add as many as variables as you want, but you're gonna have to put them in your private access specifier as well. So this is gonna be a new thing for the beginners. Now we are returning to our older things, that was building the function. So void and print something. Okay, not print something, but tiger and double colon and print something, because this function is going to belong to our tiger class. Remember, because we are working with separate files, so this is the way of building functions in separate files. And in the body of our function, we can write as cout. This is our normal variable, and we can write it as norvar, and then we can write as, well, actually we can do it in the next line. This is our constvar, and add those spaces and a regular colon. It's gonna look neat. And this function is doing nothing. It's just printing out your normal variable and your constant variable, because it's a really simple function, just to make your concept clear of working with files and initializing members or member variables. And we might want to end that line in del and add a semicolon. So you can also do it this way. If you don't have enough space, you can also put this cout in the next line as well. Just don't add a semicolon, or it's gonna think that your cout statement ended right here. So you can do it this way also, pretty much in 2 lines, one cout statement in 2 lines. That is how we can word wrap. So now that we have our function fully built and our variables initialized, and leave this body alone because nothing's gonna be in the body. Now is the time to go in our main.cpp. So remember, what we did was we prototyped all the functions and variables over here in our .header file, .h file, and we build those in our .cpp file, and we initialize them. And now is the time to call those functions we built in our .cpp file. So I'm gonna type tiger, and I'm gonna name my object as to, and the parameters it's gonna have 77, 99, and I'm gonna add a semicolon at the end. And in the second line, I'm gonna call that function, so to and dot operator print something, add a semicolon at the end. So now if we are gonna run this program, it's gonna pass this 77 into int a and pass this 99 and int b over here. So if we run our program, and hopefully we don't have any errors and we didn't miss out something, there we go, it prints out this is our normal variable, and variable is 77. This is our const variable, and the value is 99. So you can also, that the order matters. What you have is like int a. In our constructor we have int a in the first place, so that it's gonna put 77 in the first place, and in whatever we have in our second place, we have in B in our second place is gonna, and in our second place we have 99, so it's gonna pass 99 for in B in our second place. So the order matters. If you're gonna put 99 over here, let's say 99 and 77 over here, so it's gonna switch and flip-flop those variables. So let me go quit my existing program and build and run the new program. There we go. This is our normal variable, and normal variable's value is 99. This is our const variable and the value is 77. Pretty simple. So one last time what we did, let me just recap, and all your confusion will become clear, hopefully. And I hope you're typing along with me. So what we did was we built in our header file, we built all the registration, we did all the registration and documentation and pretty much prototyping. And in our .cpp file, we build those functions and we initialize those variables. And in our main, what we did was we built this tiger and to object. In our constructor, we wrote 99 and 77. So what it did was it took that 99 and passed into int a. Let's come in our .cpp file because that's going to be a bit clearer, because this constructor over here and this one in this .cpp is pretty much the same. So what it did was it got that 99 in our main.cpp over here. 99 got passed in our normal variable, which got passed in our a, and this a got passed into this int a, and because 99 was in the first place, so it put that 99 in place of int a. And similarly it did for const var b, because this b variable got passed, the second value was I guess 77, and that 77 got passed into b, which got passed into this int b over here. And then later on we call that function, it printed out say out this is our normal variable and norvar, and norvar's parameter was a and a's value was 99, so it printed out 99 in place of this whole norvar. And when the second statement inside the second, where is my program? Let's just build my program. Okay, so in the second part, this is our const var. It printed out const var and it printed out 77 in place of this const var, because const var's parameter was b and b's value was 77. So that is what happened behind the scenes. And I know this tutorial is a bit confusing, but you practice it once or twice, things are definitely gonna be easier, and the concept of member initializers, lastly, it's gonna melt into your brain and into your permanent memory finally. So that's it for now, guys. Study this tutorial, don't lose motivation, because in future we're gonna make very awesome and cool programs. And definitely if you're a college student or a university student who is seeking help for C++, then it's my number one and my top priority to make this place, Toha Studios, your best student helper, advisor, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. So my point is that I'm gonna make videos the simplest way possible. This video could be more simpler, so I'm definitely gonna work on that in my future upcoming videos. So until then, stay tuned and I'll see you guys in the next one.